gonna make a change for once in my life.
Today we're going to set aside a segment to discuss someone we all knew and loved on some level, except for the couple that hated him. But we're going to discuss an angel on earth without a friend in the world. So this one's going out to MJ. I'm going to be frank with you. I'm going to be bluntly honest because I don't know how to do anything else. But I fell out of love with MJ right around the time you guys fell in love with him. I lost love for him just at the end of Off the Wall and before Thriller. So by the time y'all fell in love with him at Thriller and figured out who you thought he really was, I was done with whoever that dude that the media was projecting to you. So having said that, I have all the love and respect in the world for this individual who I believe was one of these angels that God sends us every century or so. Like Martin Luther King or Barack Obama. People who have pure intentions that get all jumbled up and all discombobulated in what the world has become. The pile of shit, I'm going to have to censor myself. The pile of crap that the world has become. I say he didn't have a friend in the world because I don't know anyone that thoroughly loved him enough to let him be him, or thoroughly loved him enough not to make him who they thought he should be, when all he wanted to do was spread love and bring about unity in the world through the only means that he could with the gift that God gave him, which was music. And in the process of doing so, he had all these obstacles that we set before people like this. And again, I'm gonna tell you, like, I liked him during the Jackson 5 days. I really loved me some Michael during the Jackson 5 days. That's not to say I had any additional love for the other Jackson 4. But I really loved me some Michael like everybody else did. And when he became, like I said, post-Thriller, when he started becoming this media image and everybody started ripping off pieces of him and doing what they wanted to do with them. Other than Brooke Shields, I have to say that as a result of her speech, I guess she did one of his eulogies at his service. But even his family, you would like to think that if you love this man, if you love any man or woman, and if you call yourself their friend, you will step in when the line gets crossed. You will oppose an intervention. I understand that his family attempted an intervention, but if you are a genuine and thorough friend to someone, there will be an intervention, whether security or whoever the entourage is that's preventing everybody from getting to that person. If on any level you were genuinely and thoroughly had that person's best interests at heart, there would be an intervention. I think right now it doesn't matter who killed him, if he was indeed killed, because everybody put a knife in that back. Everybody played a role. And it really irritates me when I think about all the people, look at people crying, Michael Jackson, and you never laid personal eyes on him in your life. I have to be a little more sensitive because I have to think, how did I feel, when we lost Bernie Mac? I felt something personal when we lost Bernie Mac. I will be devastated if anything goes down with 3121, the artist formerly known as, who used to be Prince. I would be thoroughly devastated. So I have to be sensitive in that regard. But every time I see somebody shed a tear and get all emotional and upset about all that's going on with him, I think half of you are the same suckers who thought he was messing with them little boys. Now, I'm not going to say that he wasn't inappropriate. He was time and time again inappropriate with children. He was spending time with children that if I had children, I wouldn't want Mike to be spending with my children. And I know his intentions were good. I know he felt like he was Peter Pan. And that's all well and good. And I know he was here to be on that one love mission through music. And that's good. But realistically, it's inappropriate. But in his pure mind, in the angel that he was on earth, that in our human capacity, we don't have the ability to see just all pure love. If someone is accusing you of something that you're not doing, you'll be like, however you want a piece of my money, you want it in my pocket. That's what you looking to do. Why would you have your son come up and talking about I'm being inappropriate? And you want to lash out at that person. When Michael realized all these people are throwing these daggers at his back, what he said about these boys' parents was, I just don't understand why anyone would feel that way, because there's nothing wrong in this beautiful love in a child's eyes. There's nothing wrong with having a loving relationship with the little boys. And he meant it. He really meant it. It doesn't mean it wasn't inappropriate, but it does mean that he didn't mean anything incestual by it. That's not right word, is it? That's involving family, isn't it? But he didn't mean anything pedophile related. He really meant that the love of a child is pure, and if that's the closest he can get, because all these adult dumb ignorant people are around, then I'm going to be drawn to the only type of human being that can embrace my type of unconditional love, which is the innocence of children. So he built himself a never, never land. And in his world, his actions were not inappropriate. In his world and the children that are allowed to come to it, it's his rules. And his rules is love for one and all. Peace and love. Free love and hugs and roller coaster rides and carrying on, and bubbles and giraffes and so forth. So I really think that we had an angel on earth who took the gift that God gave him with the intent to spread love worldwide, because who other than Jesus himself was known by name in households and huts, because everybody don't have a house in third world countries, but whose name is known all over in languages that he didn't even speak. So he accomplished that mission. He did do something positive, and he did touch the world in a way that no other human being on earth has done and likely will never do. And another thing, you suckers using Presley in the same breath as MJ's, I'm just going to suck a cold cock you in your throat. So that there's no comparison there. MJ, you are the king in the world that you built for yourself, and in the way that you touch the remaining millions of us. Thank you, and we love you, and may you rest in peace.
If you wanna make the world a better